Is streaming killing movies box office performance? I can answer this like I answered the last one. Yes. I can answer this truthfully and I can back it up with some hardcore facts. Yes, streaming service is killing movies box office, but at the same time I will say they did it to themselves. And I'll give a clear example. The Robert Pattinson Batman movie, and when it was advertised that it will be in theaters. I think it was 45 days before it would hit the streaming service. Now, during the C word, when the world was, falling apart, the pandemic was going on and everything, any movie that had planned to be come out or whatnot, it did not hit movie theaters because you couldn't have people sitting close to each other like that. So every
Mm-hmm.
movie got released on streaming services. And then when the world started to open back up, and movie theaters were one of them, they released movies day and date, streaming services and in the movie theaters, but they did not take into account people have become comfortable watching this from the luxury of their home, their couch, their in-home theater, whatever the hell they got at home, in their underwear, their onesie, whatever the case is. And so now the world's on back up, and you like, okay, you can come back to the movies now. Why would I do that? Yeah, I got to drive there, probably pay for parking, buy the ticket, overly expensive watered down drinks, overly expensive food. I could just order a pizza and do that at home. And so then they saw the numbers going down, and they're like, all right, we need to put a limit on this. That's why every movie that comes out now, it says only in theaters, even though that's not true. In about a few weeks, it will be on streaming services, but they won't say that. They're trying to go to the movies, but it's a little too late because that, like I said, that Robert Pattinson Batman, I went to theaters to go see that, but I do know lots of people who are like, hey, I'll just wait the 45 days and watch it from home. People are comfortable, just as we have all became too comfortable but with other aspects of the end results of the pandemic. Too many groceries did not go down. Things opened back up, etc. Ammo is still expensively high because of when everyone was rushing to buy it. Now it's plentiful as it was beforehand, but hey, the price ain't went down. It's like, well, why are we gonna lower the price? You were comfortable paying for it. So yes, streaming services, it is killing movies, but you all did that, like I said, to yourselves because you needed to make you weren't getting people in the theater. So you partnered with HBO, Stars, or whoever the case was, and was like, hey, you're gonna pay us X amount of money and we'll give you this film. But now you want the audience back, and they're just like, why should I come back? I like being at home. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I kind of broke this down in the last episode. Baby, you're gonna have to work for my $20. And the fact that going to the movie theaters is such a inconvenience, like you gotta get in your car, you gotta get dressed, you gotta buy probably multiple tickets for you, your kid, your significant other, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. You done spent about $50 just to get through the door. Then you gotta feed motherfuckers. So it's such an inconvenience when you could just wait 4, 5, 6 weeks and it'll be on some type of service that you already spending $20 on. Like I said, when you compare it, when you and somebody go, you probably spent $50 to get through the door, another $20 on not so good food. You spend almost $70, $80 when you could just wait and you already spending $20 on a service and you can watch as many times as you want to with you and whoever's at your house. So when you compare the convenience of just waiting for it to come to streaming service versus going to the movies, it's an uphill battle. It's an uphill battle to get me to the movie theaters in 2025. And I understand the economics behind movies. Like studios make 90% of their money from the movie theater. They got a partnership with movie theaters. They get a certain amount of money from each ticket sale and whatever else they contract. And once it hit DVD, they're not making money off that. Not as much as when it's in the movie theater, and that's very unfortunate because baby, like I said, it's an uphill battle to get me to spend $20 to come. And that's just me. Don't let me have to bring somebody with me or like bring my 10-year-old nephew with me and he wants to eat and do all this other shit. It's just like, nah, baby, we can watch Demon Slayer when it comes out on streaming service. It's cool. And it's an uphill battle for movie theater. And I'm not saying like that's for everybody, because some people they look for any excuse to get out the house and take their kids somewhere, and they take a nap in the movie theater while their kid is actually watching the movie, and they're just doing it just to get a break from everyday life. But not everybody's like that. Most people are paying $20 for Netflix, $20 for Hulu, $20 for this and this and this. And so, baby, they trying to get their streaming service money worth it. They're not looking to go to the movie theaters and spend another $50, $70. So it's just the change of landscape and the economy, and just like how live service is going out, box office performances are going down. Like, it's just the pandemic made it just showed audience, hey, I can do this from the comfort of my home. And that's why everybody is mandating all these people to come back in the office, because they ain't got too comfortable working from home. Like, once you give people just a taste, simplicity, they ain't gonna want to go back to being inconvenienced. Like, it's just no. So it's unfortunate, not unfortunate. I don't know. It just, I guess if you're a owner of a studio, it's probably unfortunate. But as a consumer, it's probably fortunate, because like the Marvel movie, what was that? The Thunderbolts, whatever, that underperformed, baby. I was never gonna go to the movies for that. I was always gonna wait for it to hit Disney Plus. Like, I was never going to watch that in movie theaters. And it's unfortunately it's a lot of Marvel movies where I'm saying that about. It just so happened that I was at the movie theaters for Fantastic Four, because I was out and about, and we was like, oh, let's go watch a movie. Honestly, I probably wouldn't watch that in movies. I would have waited for that to hit Disney Plus too. So, outlook, I guess, of the environment we're in right now, and I don't see it changing anytime soon. And that's just my take. But definitely let me know in the comments below, how do you feel? Are you a streamer, or do you go out of your way to spend that $20 to go to the movie theaters? I'll be very interested in the comment section where everybody
$20.
else is.
I agree with you. Here, in some places, a ticket for the movies can be almost $30.
Yeah.
And that's before the overpriced popcorn, the alcoholic
Stay
drink that
up.
I need to help
Yeah.
relax me, and everything else. Yeah. But
When
like I
was
said, they did this
the
before.
when was the last movie? What is the last movie you saw in movie theaters?
The Flash, that Flash movie with Batman and all them and whatnot.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
You've been to the movie theater since then. You know how old that is? No, I don't
I
been.
yeah,
No.
that was the last movie I saw, and I remember how I felt about it, because I was truly pissed, because every one of my family that we went to go see it, we all fell asleep.
Oh, oh, that's another thing about being in that dark
Well,
room.
yeah, we I ain't gonna lie, I had 3 drinks, so that was probably a bad problem, to sit there and not back them drinks, eat food, and get relaxed. So that was a problem. But we all fell asleep, and then we all woke up at the same scene when it was ending. We all were like, "What's happening? What's going on? Who's he fighting? Why is he fighting? What are they talking about?" And then the movie ended, and when they came to HBO Max, I was like, "Hey, we want to watch that?" And we all were like, "Nah, we good." And I was like, "Yeah, that was the last." That was the last movie I saw in theaters. Now, I've seen tons of movies that have come
Mm-hmm.
out. I have a website that I watch them on now. I don't go to the movie theaters. The new movie, the new Conjuring movie, I think it was The Last Rites. I will go to the theaters and see that. That tickles my fancy, ruffles my feathers, all that jazz.
And that movie
But
is
that was the
actually
last
doing
movie.
good, money wise. It's
Yeah,
projected to be the most money making or grossing Conjuring movie in the franchise.
that's what I'm talking about. So,
But yeah, but
well,
now I'm trying to think. Like, so I definitely went to see the Fantastic Four, and before that I went to see Sinners. And yeah, it's been years since before Sinners. It's been multiple years. I think 2 years before since I've been in the movie theaters before going to see Sinners, and I can't even remember before what I went to see Sinners. No, I take that back. So the last movie I've seen was F1, the Apple racing movie with Brad Pitt, and Fantastic Four before that, and Sinners before that. So I've seen 3 movies this year in the movie theater, and it wasn't planned. It was like some last minute. Well, Sinners was planned, of course. Watching that Apple movie in Fantastic Four, it was just like, oh, it's a movie theater in the mall. Let's just go ahead and watch a movie. That's very shocking. The Flash is the last movie you went to see in the movie theater.
Because I was told about this certain website from a certain person that this has everything. Hell, sometimes before the movie even officially comes out in theaters, it's on that website. And we're not
Oh.
talking about like the weird, cheap, grainy little footage where it's like, oh, like what is it, standard definition? No, they be high
Mm.
quality stuff. So I was like, I got a lot of stuff going on now between work, family, and everything, and whatnot like that. So I just be like, hey, I need to watch it for free. And then if I'm really feeling some type of way, I would just mirror it from my phone to the
Mm-hmm.
TV I have in my home theater, and then like, who want popcorn? So you want to fall asleep? Oh, you won't? Hey, go right ahead. That's really about it. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'm part of the problem too. What I need to go to the movies for? When eventually it's gonna be on streaming service. That's just like I don't see a point in ever going to go see another Disney movie again. Well, one, the last few have disappointed me, but I'm like, why? It's gonna be on Disney Plus in like a month. Just like the new Thunderbolts that came out, and I was very interested to see that, and I was like, why would I go waste money and my time on this when it'll be on Disney Plus soon, just like everything else, and I just
Yeah,
wait.
I think
Like
that's why so many Marvel movies are under. Well, it's not the only reason why, but I think it's part of the reason. It's just like everybody know they can wait, and it's gonna
oh
be
yeah,
yeah. Like I think that's part of the problem too with them like not making as much money as they was pre the little epidemic.
that's just like everyone was such in a uproar about the Wolverine and Deadpool movie. Oh my god, it's this, it's that, and oh my god, it's coming out. Disney's gonna make another Deadpool. They're gonna stay true to the lore. They're gonna PG-13 it. And it came out. Everybody had mixed opinions, and it was like, Infamous, you gonna go see it? Yeah, when it comes on Disney Plus. I was like, what? What do you mean? When it comes on Disney Plus, why would I go pay money to go see that? And I'm paying for Disney Plus already. When it comes, and I did watch it. It came on Disney Plus, and I watched it. And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, are you not entertained?